Okay, starting up a bit. I'm going to start sharing this. I'm going to start sharing this stream with a few other people. Let's also should start putting it up on my phone as well. Okay, let's do some quick shares and then we should begin shortly. And if anyone feels like I should not be doing alchemy and I should probably just do arena cube instead, this is your chance this is your chance to tell me off. I am willing to listen, but I honestly don't mind doing an alchemy draft, even if it's just once. Cause I know for the most part you only get the alchemy draft for 1 week. It's a little interesting change and experience. I would note that it does feel a bit premature that in the sense that that nothing has changed in the cards. At least nothing has been rebalanced for alchemy. So it's really just gonna be all new cards at this point. But you know, we can survive with this one. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're gonna do a quick premiere draft of Brothers War Alchemy. Just gonna cash in what little coinage we have left. I'm probably gonna end up having to donate to Wizards again, but it does look like the alchemy draft is firing, so probably some good things I hope. Let's see, I should also log this on, and right off the bat, okay, our alchemy card Taunus Endures, exile target creature, it gains. Oh, so it comes back at the beginning of your upkeep. Wow, this is so slow. It's a nice blink, but I probably would rather just take Root War Amalgam. This is pretty much a power card. It's a 2-mana 2/3 that you can pay 5 mana to make into a 6/6 with haste, or it's a 5-mana 5/5 that you can pay 5 mana to make it a 15/15 with haste. Definitely taking this one. I'm trying to see if there are any other alchemy cards of note, but it looks like we are getting this is the alchemy slot. It could be rare, uncommon, mythic. We are getting the usual cards in this slot. Actually, we're getting a lot of uncommons between this and the. We're gonna get a lot of uncommons between the retro artifacts and the other slot. Speaking of which, I should take this time. We did go into green, but our Gotian sprite is probably very poor. I might just take Static Net because this is very solid as removal. What's the piece it together? This is a real hard pass. You need to cast this 4 times, and I don't think we're gonna get 4 copies of this. Otherwise, Unleashed Shell would be interesting as removal, but I think I would rather stick with. I think this would be better. Having some universal removal is fine. It doesn't have flash, but it does some instead of that, we are getting a Power Stone token, so I will take that. Not supposed to click that one. Supposed to click this one. Supposed to then watch my feed, but don't mute it completely because I do need to be able to hear if comments come in. Well, looks like everyone's reading what's in the cards, so we're gonna just have to be patient with that. Okay, Mechanized Warfare. Probably not gonna take this one. This is actually quite weak. We got another Unleashed Shell. I think I might take this opportunity to pass all the red. Nothing really great in green. There is a Boulder Branch Golem. This is solid. Reconstructed Topter is also quite solid. Nothing great in white. This is between the Topter and the Boulder Branch Golem. This is a flyer that comes back at least. But this one, taking this pretty much solidifies our cut in green. It might send mixed signals here. I'm really torn between these two. This one doesn't normally come back though. I think I'm gonna take the Boulder Branch. It's another 4. It's gonna be yet another 4-drop at the least. I think I'll take the Topter. We want to have a little early aggro there. I can't believe I talked myself out of that. What do you guys think? Should I have taken the green prototype instead? Let me know. Definitely not taking Painful Quandary, but Sylvan Smite looks like they're okay. It's a punch. It's not a fight effect, so this is always good. for the most part, and we do randomly get the free +1/+1 counter. It's definitely better than Deadly Riposte. We're not that so wide and aggro that Great Desert Cross. I would like to run this, but I don't think this is quite the fit for that. Unfortunately, we are passing the painful. Well, not really. Painful Quandary is really more of a commander rare. It's not. It's not really a good card if you think about it. It's only expensive. It was only expensive in the real world because of lack of printing. Well, we got Shoot Down. This is removal for the most part. We might have to take a Burrowing Razormaw now. White is quite drying up. I don't think Survivor Cordis is going to be the way to go. I could just take a Jalum Tome. Could start milling a bit. Technically, our only white card is Static Net, so I could consider taking, hedging our bets a little bit on black if it opens up that way. Like I could always take Power Stone Fracture. This one's always good no matter what. Though now that I take the silver, okay, we got the Rust Goliath, so it's a mediocre prototype, but it's definitely better than Airlift Chaplain in this particular deck. Don't want Ashnod's Intervention here. Yeah, I guess we do have to take this one. Really, really sad though. Not interested in Bonesaw at all. So we are kind of solid in green here. White, going to be on the lookout for more white cards like Recommission. Not much to get back with this yet, but we can be on the lookout for cards like Perimeter Patrol. Though in that case, I probably should just be taking the Perimeter Patrol then. There's an Aeronaut Cavalry, but we don't have the soldiers quite yet. It's not bad. It's a 3/4 flyer at the very least. It's just that the number of... You need to pick some early mid-range picks though. I want to be flexible enough that I can take the late picks the late picks in much later packs rather than force myself too early. So I kind of want to spread things out a bit. Evolving Wilds is always solid. It does help run this. It's probably more impressive than Takasha's Onulet. Yeah, we'll definitely take the Evolving Wilds. There's a Meticulous Excavation. No, that's not good. Not good at all. Okay, we got the run back. So whenever an artifact, yeah, we could take Topter Architect. There's a Mind Worker if we want an early drop, which is not bad. We could use it, though I think we might want to. Also, this makes target creature gain flying, so it does help. It does work really well with our bigger threats. We just still need to draw some bigger threats. But I am willing to take a Topter Architect early, at least one, just one for now. Okay. Well, this is our cheap drop if ever we want any. Don't really want Union. Yeah, we're so white is still quite speculative. The only real choices here is between Static Net and Power Stone Fracture. We are not exactly drawn to one color or another quite yet. If we get the green-black spider, that will push white out somewhat. It will at least push out Topter Architect. I could still splash for Static Net with the Evolving Wilds. Unfortunately, Brushland was in Dominaria United. Caves of Koilos was in Dominaria United. Yes, it was. So we're not going to be able to get decent white fixing outside of the Evolving Wilds right now. At least that's part of our plan. So this one we can drop early if we have to. Is now the time to take a... There is a Transmogrant Altar. This... Sacrifice a creature. We do have a few creatures we can sacrifice. I definitely am not taking this. I guess I could take one of these. I am not going to take the Killzone Acrobat either. If there's a card that is going to convince me to... Well, I guess we can take one Skullflare, but that's also very uninspiring. Okay, Jalum Tome comes in. It might get cut, but the Jalum Tome at least helps fill the graveyard if we do end up green-black. There is a Fog of War. I think I'll just take the Bone Saw. No. The Fog of War is a common anyway. Hey! Okay, hexproof from white, hexproof from black. Whenever one or more knights you control attack, so that includes this one. Oh, there is a Llanowar Wastes too. We're probably not going to get that one. This one ends up becoming a splash no matter what. Which color becomes our second? We're passing on this figure for this. But it does feed quite a bit, and it's a 4/4 for 4. I'm willing to speculate on at least one copy of this. Probably would prefer the Llanowar Waste though. Not this early. I would probably have picked this figure if it, on that sense. Actually, that is a good reminder. We are very short on removal. Like we have a single, our only main removal is Sylvan Smite. Otherwise, it's okay. There's a Perennial Behemoth. There is a Go for the Throat. It makes the black more appealing, actually. Like Perennial Behemoth is okay, but it's not a very strong card. Like the only combo we have with this one is our Evolving Wilds. There is a Rune Chanter's Pike. We kind of need instants and sorceries, but this is a pretty solid card. I think I will just take the Go for the Throat for now, though. So we're passing yet another rare. So let's do. So sanity check. We've only gotten two rares. So not much of a payoff for this draft. We better win. But yeah, it's looking like white is the splash color. Ooh, Reclaw Headmaster. You may pay 1 when you do target artifact in your graveyard perpetually gains this, and if it's a creature or vehicle, we're not going to splash into another color. I am more likely to just take Overwhelming Remorse. Goring Warplow is also pretty solid here. Combat Treasure is probably our splash card now, so actually we could cut the green out altogether. Not really. No, this one is cuttable. This one, we ideally still want... It's a 5-mana 5/5, but we still ideally want to have double green. Oddly enough, the problem is I don't really want to go into white-black. That's always been a very disappointing color pair. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. But now we're getting cut off on green really badly, so this is already concerning. I could just take Citadel Stalwart to keep filling that out. Power Plant Worker is expensive. Stone Retrieval Unit might make more sense. Dreams of Steel and Oil does get picked. There is a Power Stone Engineer. Oh wow, we might actually be cutting green here. No, I think I'm gonna stick with my guns. Well, we got Fauna Shaman. That is one way to stick with our guns. It's a good way to tutor one of our cheaper creatures for one of these guys. So I'm definitely taking that. There is a Giant Growth, which is solid. Yeah, we're taking this. We're taking the Fauna Shaman. That's for sure. That does, but we still need to look out for. And this tutors for any creature card. So if our mana is right, we can tutor for Radic. If our mana is wrong, we can pitch Radic for. Actually curious what this. Oh wait, and there we go. I figured we would get the Skyfisher Spider. This is solid removal. We do need to sacrifice another creature. Otherwise, there's Epic Confrontation. But we're definitely gonna stick with green main, for better or for worse. Right now, we're running just 2 white cards. Maybe we keep it that way. So we're gonna say no to the Power Stone Engineer, but we will say yes to Goring Warplow. So limited rebalance. We're at 10-6. 1-2. The Jalum Tome is kinda sus right now. I'll leave it here. But in reality, we got 3 pieces of black removal, 1 piece of white removal. Okay, Clay Revenant has always been very underwhelming. Is there anything here I would prefer to have? Demolition Field? Not really. I don't think our opponent runs non-basics. No, I think I do take... just take one. But hey, you got Okay, Grusk Goliath again. Tarmokel Honor Guard is fine. Spectrum Sentinel just gives us a cheap drop. We could run one Trench Stalker, but I don't like our curve right now. I don't like to run another Grusk Goliath either. Maybe we do just take the Honor Guard here, which is a very poor, not a strong pick, but it's kind of okay. Dredging Claw. If we're going to go into another Taunus's Tinkering, Artifact, Creature, or Land, this is interesting. It's technically a creature spell. Could be a... I'll speculate on one. I'm not such a fan of the Claw quite yet. We did get Battlefield Butcher back, so this is some... We are taking that. Disciples of Gix. Search for 3 artifacts. Put them in your graveyard. We don't exactly have any unearthed, but I will take that to the side. There is the option for Power Plant Worker, but not so sure about that. Really not liking... Okay, got a Mine Worker. That one's solid. Hey, you got a Late Moment of Defiance too. But let's see if we can get... Urza's Command. Solid spell. Can't take it. I might have to take another Go for the Throat. There is an Assemble the Team. Search the top third of your library, round it up for a card, put it in your hand, and shuffle. It's fine. I think I just want more removal though. We will get kind of boned if our opponent is running the artifact heavy deck. Thankfully we have some non-go for the throat removal that can hit. So let's keep that in mind. So what does Radic get? Knights. Okay, that's removal. Okay, so hey, there we go, solid piece right there. Okay, quite a few decent hits. The ones I'm really Pendragon Besieged. I remember this one. This one will continue to drink. Oh wait, no, Brushland is here. I could take this, just fix my mana, get things over with. Because it's either that or Pendragon Besieged, and I think I will just take the Brushland here. Now Pendragon is not bad. It is but this one's more of long-term thinking. I am not likely to play Alchemy that much. I am more likely to play Standard, so I do want to get the extra Brushlands. But honestly, I wouldn't say Pendragon's a bad pick. I would say that I do want to balance it up. I was gonna say balance it out for more green, but nope, there's a Gix's Command. We're taking that. There is no way we're not taking Gix's Command at all. It does mean we have to cut some of our non-creature spells, so Jalum Tome can go. Let's see. Static Net can stay. We can even cut it. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why does it say we have 8? Or maybe we just cut one. Okay, now we're taking the Boulder Branch Golem here. That's that should fill out our 4. Okay, so that's 13 and 7. That's pretty good. We have a flex spot for one more non-creature spell. But it looks like our green-black is going to be quite solid here. We're running green-black again. Well, okay, maybe a little splash of white for some flavor. I think the real question is, I'm running Gix's Command again? Yes, definitely yes. Okay, Ironclaw Crusher or Boulder Branch Golem. I think I take the other Boulder Branch Golem. Only because the prototype cost is one green mana versus the 2 green mana of the other card. Just some insurance there. Gnarlroot Pallbearer. It's very expensive right now, and we don't have a cheap way to drop it. I don't have anything that I want out of this pack though. Maybe just another Mine Worker, just on the safe side. If we don't fill out any better cards, I will shove the Mine Workers in the deck. It gives us solid creatures. It gives us something to sack to Power Stone Fracture. Speaking of which, not much in the way of power. Ooh, Torrent of Amethyst. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. It wrecks us as well, but I'm not really running any of these. I could always use another rare. I'm probably not gonna run it also. I do like this as a way to mess up combo in historic. Like if I'm just playing historic elves, I can just run a few copies of these. Speaking of these, this is there is an intervention. It is an option. I think we just take the repair and recharge. Okay, detection infiltrator. I might take the energy refractor here. Actually, it is a draw card effect, and it does help us filter mana if we absolutely need to. So 14 and 8, definitely want one more creature to fill in this slot. Probably not any of these. I'll take the calamities. Wait for the sideboard. Ooh, there's a Blanchwood armor. Are we heavy in green right now? No, we're actually heavy in black. I will still take it though. I'm not probably not gonna run it though. So I guess I will end up filling it in with. Yeah, we definitely want to. We want our twos to be on the heavy side, so I might just I might just shove one mine worker in. We don't exactly have specific instant artifact removal, so no reason to shove liquid metal coating. Also, the honor guard is a bit on the weaker side too. I might just replace it with mine workers. But let's fix our mana base first. I probably don't need this much white. I can go ahead with like this is a 6. Technic 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I want this to be more like. Okay, because I'm counting Evolving Wilds for all colors, though it's in reality it doesn't work that way. Let's also do a sanity check on our mana costing, because the 2 Boulder Branches can fill in at 4. This one actually fills in at 2. This one is a real 5. This one's a real 2. Can fill in as 2. So a tree drop might not be a bad choice here, actually. Nope. Invalid deck. That's right. We are. What did I also cut? Definitely keeping the Citadel Stalwart. Being able to fix mana early is a big help. I could fit in the Gixian Skullflayer, although it is a bit underwhelming. Taunus' Tinkering as a combat trick, also underwhelming a bit. I need another combat trick. 14 and 9. I might just want cheaper creatures. Yeah, let's run it like this for now. I think we could change up the mana base. We could do changes to the mana base or whatnot as we go along. But yeah, it looks like we're going into a certain. It's also a bit scary. Like, how many times have I drafted Gix's command? And that was a relatively late pick. Also, there is no reason for that to be a late pick. It's scary, but I'll take it, I guess. Let's see how far we can go with this deck. We haven't 7x'd anything quite yet, but we don't have to force ourselves to 7x. A decent enough result is fine as well. I don't need too much. I just need some payback. Okay. This one's a bit on the slow side, but we can Battlefield Butcher, Power Stone Fracture in case of emergency. We are going to. It does help that our opponent doesn't have a turn 1 play. We don't exactly have a turn 2. We know we have a lot of turn 2 plays in our hand. White, blue. Well, rocking the mana, I'd say. Wing Commando, another bane to my existence. Yeah, if something happens, I am going to try to kill this one early. I'm going... Foundry Inspector. I might kill this one early instead. Oh, there's a static net. That also kind of helps. We'll pay the full cost. We static net the Foundry Inspector. Now we have to be careful of instants because it will wreck Gix's command if that's our play. So far, no. If we don't really need the Power Stone, I can actually just... Well, yeah, we're sacking it to that, I suppose. And we're gonna get to the point where we can actually just some hard cap. Swift. Okay, now we can Gix's command this. In fact, with nothing to get back, we can actually... Yeah, we can actually just do that instead. And we do have the Overwhelming Remorse for the next card our opponent drops, and then we can start making them worry about our Boulder Branch Golem instead. I'm Wing Commando again. Okay. I am gonna swing with this one first, see if our opponent has a response to this of some sort. Because it's still 3 damage. I guess we do Energy Refractor. Let's just draw a card. I am willing to... Okay. I am willing to sandbag the Overwhelming Remorse right now. We're not exactly... Where's the Prince of Krug? Maybe our opponent does have a counter for this? I know the 2-mana spell's a creature or artifact counter. It doesn't count. Wait, is there a negate in this set? This only causes our opponent to lose 2 life, so... Kinda want to drop this, but I am suspecting our opponent is really sandbagging that 1 card. I actually forgot to cut the Tomrakul Honor card, but it's okay, it's right there. I could drop this as a 4-drop actually. Let's just wait it out. Opponent not Opponent's slightly on the flooded side. Ooh, opponent definitely on the flooded side. We are going to swing with... Yeah, we'll swing with both. Also trying... Oh, Jericho Alagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? How has the rest of the year been? Ooh, opponent is willing to pay the ward, which makes sense. Gain some life. We probably get through. Our opponent could also just... Yeah, but at that rate, yeah, we'll just do Prototype Rust Goliath. That should stall out our opponent's Wing Commando for a while. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good to hear. So it's always nice to hear that everyone is doing well. Doing great is also nice, but doing well is also fine too. Okay, opponent does have... I'm hoping to draw into something else. We'll swing first. I'm actually gonna play this as some prototype now. Yep, opponent concedes. Okay, they didn't have anything. I was actually thinking if I was really avoiding casting as a big drop, maybe then just go for their Gotian Sprite later. So there we go. Also, I realized that even at low volume, I can hear myself be really animated. It's nice to win, I guess. Yeah, so for those tuning in, we drafted, no surprise, green-black again. I started out green, hoping to go green-white, but I opened myself up to a little black just in case. I did draft an Evolving Wilds a bit early also to help along with that. Turns out we did. And it turns out that yes, green, it was green-black that was open. Very open. Like, you would not believe how open it was open. Pack 3, not even first pick. It's like a few picks down. Gix's Command. Okay, maybe the rares I drafted in packs 1 and 2 were a bit on the lackluster side. It doesn't have, yeah, not so much the blink graveyard link. I'm pretty much using it more on the way for. I'm pretty much using it as some curve fixing. At least I have options that way. Oh, did I mention I had Fauna Shaman as well? One is going to crack the Evolving Wilds early. I guess I could go Tomakul. Tomakul, indeed. Yeah, we're gonna go cool with the Honor Guard. Now, one argument for having more creatures is some Fauna Shaman. Let's see how big our opponent's stuff is. Reconstructed Topter. Probably not removing that anytime soon. I guess I could swing with this, see if our... Yeah, we're gonna test, see if our opponent is willing to trade. Yeah, they're willing to trade. We'll throw the Fauna Shaman. Yeah, we did get the Radic Tau Zealot. Now, oh... Our opponent's gonna need red removal for this. Now, don't get me wrong, red does have a good amount of removal that can hit this poor guy. We should at least try to attack once, get some of our value back. If our opponent decides to spend removal on, if it's a creature, as long as this creature's on the battlefield, okay, emergency, well, getting that back, okay, sure. I guess we go Radic into Root War Amalgam. Now, our opponent does have the potential for 5 mana Unleash. Oh, he did have the Obliterating Bolt. Ooh, monster had it all along. Okay, obliterate this then. Now they could finally just have. It would be really annoying if our opponent just had the right removal for every situation. Okay, this one doesn't quite count. So I have the option. I can crack this into 15/15 haste. I could also just ruin their day right now. Gix's Command this stuff. Yeah, let's just ruin their day. Stone Retrieval Unit. Yeah, no, they could just buy this back, swing for 2. Yeah, they're gonna do that. Yeah, why not? We have Sylvan Smite though. I guess I swing first. One's just gonna take it. Because I suspect our opponent, with how little mana they have, they might just unearth Mishra's Juggernaut, and we can just smite the thing out into oblivion. Blitz Automaton. That also works too. This is an instant, right? Yeah, it's an instant. I'm gonna wait for our opponent to swing. Ooh, very careful. Okay, we smite the poor guy. I guess I could have smited this also just to clear the way. But this also clears the way a bit as well. It relies on the rares and mythics. Definitely. I learned that the hard way the first few times around. Also learned that white black was a really poor strategy to go by. But there we go. Got our nice second win. Definitely off the back of rares and mythics. I have to agree with that. The alchemy. Well, at least one alchemy card showed up. It's a Sylvan Smite. It's utility, but I'll take it where it gets. Opponent really had the obliterating bolt. I could not believe. Oh, I can believe it now. I saw it happen. Minsan ganun lang. Wala tayong magagawa. And I called it too unbelievable. I was actually expecting Unleash Shell, but actually, I'm glad they did not have Unleash Shell or any other hard removal. The end of the war with the Golgothan Silex. Oh yeah, how are you guys looking forward to Phyrexia All Will Be One? Now I've pretty much ignored the unofficial spoilers for the most part. Okay, Citadel Stalwart. We need to draw into another land. We don't have the black mana for this. Otherwise, this would have been an easy keep. I'm actually gonna mulligan this. This is a bit risky. This is much better. We will still keep the Citadel Stalwart. Actually, no. I'm actually gonna pass this one now. Maybe that's a mistake. I probably should have kept it though. We'll see. Okay, at least we got a turn 2 mine worker. Let's see what our opponent drops. We might have to go for its throat. Rock Hunter. No, we don't have to go for its throat quite yet. We can mine hunt. We can drop a mine worker first. I am willing to chump block it. Definitely need at least one. Yeah, I will block. Opponent willing to trade. Okay, let's see what their next drop is. Ooh. When it dies, conjure a card named Gutaction Recycler. Do I actually just play the Amalgam now? I guess I'm gonna try to wait it a bit. It's possible our opponent might just be as well as some singles to upgrade Mono Black. Oh yeah, Mono Black aggro. Let me guess. Phyrexian Obliterator. Yeah, but definite. That's definitely a solid pick there. Let's see what our opponent does not have. Okay, a bit scary now because I really wanted to drop this Radic. I guess I'm willing to drop the Root War Amalgam on the cheap. Yeah, opponent did not have a response. Well, they might have removal now. Yeah, all of a sudden to go for the throat, it used, but yeah, not quite the premier removal that it once was. This was actually quite good back in Scars of Mirrodin and block, despite the number of artifacts they had there. But then again, that was because of how high priority it was to kill infect creatures. Here we don't have that luxury, so let's see what our opponent drops. Yeah, I am willing to block now. They also have to pay black mana to unearth this, so they're gonna need to. I'm assuming they have a way to scrounge it up. Oh, they don't actually have it. What gives? Is our opponent literally sitting on a bed of counter spells? They might actually be. My concern is they might be sitting on a bed of expensive creatures like Dragon Engine. Okay, that one's not so bad. Let's see if they just pass the turn. Let's see if they drop something else. Weakstone Subjugation. I'm gonna wait for them to pay for the whole thing. Okay, now we can kill this. And now we can drop Skyfish or Spider for the next trick. But for now, we'll drop Radic. This is a must kill for our opponent. Though they are more likely to have, well, they have blue removal too. Ooh. I guess we're getting our free draft after all. Okay, definitely taking Murderous Rider. As much as I want to take the white cards, we're not heavy white, so we're gonna pass a bit on that. Oh, we're missing the double black as well. This is a bit too early. I'm gonna just drop the Boulder Branch Golem. Let's see. Yeah, they've clearly demonstrated they're not holding onto any counter spells. We're just waiting for them to drop like a huge Dragon Engine or something to that effect. Something that we can Skyfish or Spider at least. Okay. Yeah, definitely taking the Valiant Knight. I guess I can cast it now. Yeah, we got the chain going. We just need one more black mana to, but we still have removal on the loose at least. Yeah, opponent concedes. Though that one was just off the back of one rare. I think our opponent really got flooded there. To think I was so concerned that I was trying to hold back removal, well, it turns out that the Go for the Throat really helped. Though I don't think they had anything in for the long game. Was our opponent really stuck on mana? It's better in standard, definitely better in standard. But I am still willing to take it as some sort of removal, even though it is gonna probably be sandbagging a bit. The moment where our opponent just has all artifacts is it's either super rare or it's really super by design. For the most part, my experience is that it's quite rare. But still, I will not complain. I will not complain about 50-50 removal. Sometimes it just doesn't line up. The stars don't align all the time. Let's see if we can at least get enough wins to pay back for this draft and then some. Okay, definitely. Yeah, definitely keeping this. We will probably crack this for green. I only have 2 white cards that I'm splashing for anyway. Though I kinda... Oh, I was gonna get it anyway. But how was I to know? And I guess I needed to kind of play this one quite early just to be on the safe side. I guess Citadel Stalwart is gonna have to be a stalwart here. If our opponent demonstrates they have something more, Elspeth's Command, okay. Well, if they give this flying, I'm just gonna go for the Skyfisher Spider trick. It does allow me to swing with this first. Now the question is, do I go for the command because this does hit non-land permanents? Or do I hit the Rock Hunter? I'm gonna go for the command because I will have enough mana to go Overwhelming Remorse if Rock Hunter becomes a real problem. I'm assuming our opponent does have removal for this. Nope, willing to trade. Gain 1 life for each card in your graveyard. Exile. I don't have a way to get stuff back. I could have used a discount maybe, but that's minor. Conscripted infantry into a recruitment officer. Opponent is going white now. I could stall them out with Battlefield Butcher. Then watch them have Obliterating Bolt. No, Aeronaut's Wings. Looks like they're going that way instead. Okay, we'll take the hit here. Now we do note that we can't. We're probably just better off hold. Let's see. Does our opponent? They have removal again. Probably disenchant this time. Yep, disenchant. As predicted. We're now gonna have to remove this one. We do get an energy refractor also. Might as well drop that. See what we draw. Okay, another land's good. Gonna hold on to the overwhelming remorse a bit. Maybe we can buy, because this is a death trigger, so no soldier creature token. So this is now 3 to activate. If I hit one more mana, I can choose between prototyping and tapping this, or Scrapwork Cohort. We're still 1 mana shy for this. I guess I just play Perimeter Patrol for now. Might be a mistake because there is Aeronaut's Wings, but I think I am holding on to this for now. We probably could lose this game. We're actually very in dire straits at this point. Yeah, the Aeronaut's Wings really fits our opponent's deck here. We really needed those reach creatures, but unfortunately our opponent had the removal for them. I do say that taking out the Elspeth's command is still correct. Okay. And the Perpetual is going to... Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we can buy a little time, but that's it. Might as well just cast these cards, get out of the way, but we're not winning this game. Yeah, can't win them all. We did elect to keep a slower hand. And our opponent had literally just the right removal. You can't win them all in that case. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we have only one shot of if I had removed it earlier, maybe we would have been able to survive longer. That I'm thinking if we could have fixed that one. Like those were good. No, those were mostly good go for the Trotter. Okay, maybe except the last ones. Those were actual artifacts. The Rock Hunter with perpetual flying was annoying. See, don't really want to keep this. It's literally just one creature, one removal. I think I'm gonna keep it because the potential. Because at least we have a turn to play on time. And we have a turn to play on time. If we really need to, I can Power Stone Fracture. But for the most part, I could just threaten to block and then tap to gain life. That also counts as removal instead. Opponent taking a mulligan. So I need to decide. My first play will definitely be Evolving Wilds. The only two cards that really need the double green are the prototype rust guy, the 3/5 or 10/10, and the prototype mythic. I'm gonna admit that most of the prototype creatures have very unmemorable names. That said, I'm only gonna need white twice ever. Going for the recruitment officer right away. Yeah, because I'm gonna need it twice ever, I'm still gonna take the green. Now, if we end up trading, that does make this cheaper. I will still need some fodder for Power Stone Fracture if it gets to that. I am willing to block if it comes to it, though. I will be annoyed if our opponent does have a good combat trick for this, but I would still block. Opponent. Yoshin Frontliner. Okay, that's a little less memorable, I would say. But we do have to play this now. Not liking that we're gonna have to sandbag this for a while until we can hit 5 mana. Most likely not gonna happen. Oh, might happen actually. So yeah, we'll just hold on to this. You may. So in other words, I don't have to. I'm actually gonna wait then. If I don't have to, I don't want to. No, I should have swung. I should have swung though. There was no reason. Okay, Ambush Trooper. So we're gonna see what our opponent does with this. We at least have removal on standby if ever. I'm gonna block first, see if our opponent has a combat trick. Yeah, definitely did. I figured as much. So I could sack this to, yeah, I guess a 6/6 is fine. Oh, I should have played the forest. Okay, we'll take 1 damage. There's no reason to play that extra swamp. Now we just need to hit another creature of sorts. Let's see if we can dodge a disenchant. Most of our good creatures have been dying to disenchant. I'm not a fan of disenchant. Our opponent is apparently not a fan of 6/6 tokens either. They conceded. I suspect what happened was our opponent really got stuck on their mana there. Oh. They were stuck on 3 lands for quite a while. For our white-red deck, I'm surprised they were not that low on the ground. It's also possible that their only hard removal was Unleashed Shell, and it was not going to kill a 6/6. So we got to 4 wins, but I still want more. I want to make up for all those punted drafts. Let's keep going. Though I'm really curious. It's okay. That's an auto mulligan. I will keep this. Definitely binning this, but everything else is quite expensive. We're literally at the mercy of Energy Refractor to draw us into more lands. Does our opponent have their own Sentinel Stalwart? Oh no, Alloy Animus. That's okay. Draw us black mana, please. Nope. We might lose because of this. Oh well. Okay, got the cheap honor card under early. Let's see if we can hit 1 more mana. Doesn't have to be black because okay, when it's dealt damage, exile that many cards. Choose one of them until the end of turn. You may play that card. Or do I just swing for it? We'll give them the card. Kinda wish I was not giving them a choice of 3. Well, there's 1 land. Until your next turn. This is a whiff. Oh, they're taking it. I guess a mana rock is still a mana rock. It's not gonna matter if we don't hit mana, but at least we can go for something's Strode. Probably not the honor card though. It's definitely not the greatest in draft. I think our opponent. I don't know if our opponent's gonna give this up though. Nope, they're not giving it up. Will it let them down? Will it turn around and desert them? I sure hope so, but because I could use the help now. Okay, definitely gunning for the Alloy Animus. Yeah, Ward kind of working against us here. Argotian Sprite, yeah, sure. We also have an Argotian Sprite. Now, this one is a few mana away. We really need to hit that 4th mana game. Opponent's at 6. We now know how our previous opponent felt. Titania's Command. Yeah, I guess we can concede this one. We got stuck on mana for so long, it wasn't funny. Should I have the first hand was definitely mullable. Should I have mulled the second hand? We had 2 mana, we had air quotes 1 free draw. We had 1 play. Maybe I should not have blocked the Feldon in that case. It's really hard to say. Maybe I should actually wait. If we can go back. There is one change I could make. I don't need this many planes. So let's see. 8-7, yeah. Definitely try to minimize. I only have 2 white cards I'm splashing for. Both of them just need a single white mana. The odds of me landing both of them at the same time are not very high, so I'm gonna just run it. Well, this is definitely the time to run it now. Let's make sure not to misclick. Okay, our Argotian Sprite. Now we want our 4th mana. We can kind of buy some time between this Argotian Sprite and go for the Throat. I will take the Timely Perimeter Patrol also. Now we need 4th mana. Game, please help us out. Opponent so far rocking the mono white. The Elspeth's Command creates a token. Creates a token. Okay, we did hit our 4th mana though. Definitely taking out Elspeth's Command. That one's way too problematic. Opponent's gonna just chump block Perimeter Patrol, which makes sense. We can drop Rust Goliath next turn. Opponent goes Airlift Chaplain. They do hit everything. I might actually just take the Patch Plate Resolute, though depends. If you have the 4 mana, there is an argument for Ambush Paratrooper than Unearth. It doesn't enter or leave. Wait, no, they went for the... Oh, okay. They went for that instead. He wants to block this. I am gonna oblige. And the reason I'm gonna oblige is because unless our opponent has lots of removal back to back, I feel like that's a mistake. Oh, we don't have the second black mana for this. And let's see if our opponent has another answer. Oh, they did finally hit their blue mana. They actually pitched one a while ago. Oh no, they could not have gotten it back anyway. They could have gotten the Ambush Paratrooper back. They just opted not to. Ricklaw, Headmaster. Target artifact in your graveyard. Oh, and he's spending it, so he's got nothing. Well, I don't. We're not Gix's commanding this time. We're just going for the throat. Woo! Actually, now that I think of it, blocking with Airlift Chaplain was not a mistake. It was desperation. They they were way behind in drops at that point. So that's 5 wins. So we definitely made our money's worth in the draft. Let's see if we can go all the way. Any game could be our last here, but it's not quite over yet. My day, however, is technically kind of over. After this is over, I'm going to rest for the night. Play my last game of golf for the year. This one's actually a bit on the special case. Okay, got our opponent. Let's see if we can. Let's see if this calls it. We've been playing up against a lot of though it does make sense. This does not make sense. The game we're gonna. I guess I could keep this in the hopes of running into something else, but wow. Okay, we are forced to keep this now. We will have to bin the Goring Warp, Plow, and 1 land. Alternately, I can bin the mine. Yeah. Alternately, I could just bin 2 lands, but then again, I've been fighting to avoid that situation. Okay, so turn 2 Honor Guard, turn 3 Perimeter Patrol is fine here. Wow, that. Now, our opponent will need to play a card draw spell to hit us for 3, but we're probably going to hit back for 3 anyway, so it's not the worst feeling in the world. Opponent still has to discard a card. At least I know if our opponent's going to go disfigure, it's going to really cost them. Opponent is rocking the Esper here. No, we'll take the hit. Carrion Locust, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we're hitting all our mana. I am gonna actually trade this one now. If I knew I was gonna draw this many lands, maybe I would have pitched 2 lands after all. Oh, opponent it's the one with the Radic. And it has hexproof, so we're not taking it out anytime soon. What we can do is we can make them pay for it. And we might as well take this as a chump block option off the table. They probably just end up taking the 4. Yeah, they're gonna just end up taking the 4. At least, unless if they have removal for, they did have removal for the Warplow. Yeah, we're gonna lose to Erratic this time. I'm actually curious. No, I know you don't get to see what's drafted. It's not. Oh, come on. Oh wait, this also has hexproof from white. So the only way we would remove this is with an appropriate. The only way we could remove it is with this the alchemy punch spell. Let's see, what does our opponent have? They have a Murderous Rider. Okay, so rocking the same draft that we did. Yeah, we probably won't. I don't think we can win this one. Not with the. Now the game decides to give us all lands. I'll stay longer for one hit, but you know what? Mulligan to 5 was absolute. We'll see if we hit anything, but I bet you we're going to draw into another land. It's out of spite. No, it's a war plow. We can block something. But we're probably, like, I could just block defend this, but we're probably dead either way. No, opponent actually drafted back-to-back Murderous Riders. Yeah, Radic is a very solid card. I'm not annoyed with our opponent hitting that. I'm annoyed that we had the mulligan to 5 on top of it as well. Yeah. He can't win them all, but hey, we did get 5 wins though, so I can't complain too much. That is a good enough result for me. It pays us back in gems, and we get a good number of packs to boot. I still wish we could have done better, but hey, sometimes it doesn't line up. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. Hey, Ramos. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Again, many best wishes to Jericho Elagan. I still wish the rest of the year and the next year to come may it be bright and kind and relatively peaceful. That said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are, and do have a great rest of the year, everyone. Hey, the Mox Amber that I did not draft the last time, I finally got to open it. And let's see what the last card is. Ocean Courier. Well, that one's a bit disappointing. Anyway, many thanks, everyone. Do take care.